Imagine two animals, one engaged with eating the other. Which experience is more intense? The pleasure of eating or the pain of being eaten? As opposed to non-life, life consists of ongoing tragedy. And if we procreate, we create more life and thus more suffering. Birth itself is harrowing for the mother. And after the child is thrown into existence without even asking for it, its future is grim. Imagine how people, even children, struggle with trauma and other psychological problems and regularly endure bodily pains and illnesses. Many live in war-torn areas or extreme poverty, experiencing hunger and homelessness. Many others, having no shortage of comfort, wealth and safety, take antidepressants and suffer addictions. As the Buddhist would agree, with existence always comes harm. Any child brought into this world will experience pain and inflict pain on other beings, even though the magnitude varies per individual. Whether it's physical pain, the pain of loss, or the pain of dissatisfaction, there's always some suffering involved. The utter cluelessness of who we are, why we're here, and where we're going is an existential pain deep-rooted in human life. In our consumerist culture, we celebrate the ongoing search for gratifying our desires, as it's something to be enjoyed and makes life worth living. Isn't it fantastic to be alive, so we can enjoy traveling, partying, restaurants, art, and having fun between the sheets? In reality, most, if not all things consumerism promotes are ways to cope with life's dissatisfaction. Suppose by being alive, we find suffering in every corner, while the relief from copious amounts of pain remains to be seen. In that case, Schopenhauer might just have correctly described life as an unprofitable episode, disturbing the blessed calm of non-existence. And so, we might indeed be better off not being here at all. Isn't the most ethical thing we can do to our unrealized children never to give birth to them in the first place, if that spares them from significant harm? Sentient beings, by and large, are biologically driven to procreate. We make babies simply because that's what we do, often without giving it too much thought. Also, people procreate to give their lives meaning, but don't mind the painful consequences for the children themselves by coming into existence, let alone entertain the possibility that the child may be better off not being born. Then, when these children grow up, they also procreate to gain the same benefits as their parents, and so do their children and their children. Our children will suffer, they will grieve, have their hearts broken, be abused in one way or another, suffer physical pain and misfortunes like poverty, addiction, war, illness, loss of loved ones, and, in the end, death. And even if life largely spares them from misfortune, they will experience the perpetual dissatisfaction of being alive. On the other hand, as defective as we are as a species, chances are plausible that our children will harm the environment and other sentient beings.